Good. Good on mine. Let's go.
Cool. Okie dokie. All right, welcome back to the Frost Seymour Experience. I'm Paul Seymour.
I'm Nick Frost.
How you doing, Nick? How's things, man?
Yeah, not too bad. How about you, Paul?
Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, not too bad. Good Christmas, good New Year. How about yourself?
Yeah, it was good. And a quick apology to you, Paul, as it's and to any viewers. It's my fault. There's not been a Frost Seymour experience for a while,
Ah,
but we're back now.
we are back
And
indeed, of course. No apologies accepted here, my friend. It was all needed, okay? So we're all good. So we're going to crack on, aren't we? We're going to go straight into it, and it's good to see you again anyway. So let's get onto the top of the table, the title run.
Yeah, we're going to have a quick look at the title race today, and it's a hell of a fight developing. It's really close.
It is, yeah. Obviously, we haven't gone through the past results, but obviously, as you know, obviously, being a Liverpool fan, I've been very frustrated the last couple of games. I think it pretty much states it there with that run. 1 loss and 2 draws against teams we really should have been getting 3 points out of. So, yeah, no. And obviously, Manchester United are they're 3 points behind. They've still got to win it, but they're still 3 points behind now. They could go top.
They could. They're on quite a quiet season, really, Man U. People are still sort of saying, "Oh, they're not doing that well," and they're sort of flying under the radar a little bit.
They are.
But they're just sneaking the wins out, sneaking all up there.
They are.
Got a lucky win against Wolves, but
Yeah.
they're the kind of wins that win you titles.
That's it. I think they've found something now, I think, that they didn't have before. There's a little bit of luck going on. I mean, okay, look, we'll get to the penalty situation in a bit, but the fact that, you've still got to go out, you've still got to play, and the fact that everyone was saying Ollie out, at one point, especially United fans, of course. But they've just kept it quiet, they've got on with it, and like I said, they've snuck up there, they've gone past Man City, Tottenham, Leicester, now second, could go first. So,
Well, week after week, I was calling them relegation candidates. It certainly backfired, hasn't it?
You took a bit of time off, mate, look what's happened, blimey.
Leicester still doing well there.
Yeah.
Clinging on into third.
They are indeed.
Nicely.
Yeah, just a point behind. Again, if you like you mentioned earlier on in the day, a couple of these teams here, like Leicester, Tottenham, even Man City, Southampton, they're not that far behind. You're not that far behind. A couple of wins and losses here and there, and it twists all over again. It's quite intense, really. This title race.
I mean, you might have left Everton out there being a Liverpool fan on purpose,
course,
but you went down to Southampton. But even Everton is 7th. There's only 4 points behind between the top 7.
Yeah.
4 points.
That is just mad, isn't it? It really is mad. And Villa are unpredictable as well. If they win their 2 games, that'll put them on 32. That'll be it's just crazy. This season is crazy. But like I say, good for the neutral. Like you said earlier, very good for the neutral.
Yeah, for the neutral.
How for me, but it's one of them. You deal with it, don't you?
Of course.
So.
Look, I want to look at Chelsea. They're in 9th. And Frank, a Chelsea legend, but even by his own admission, he's under a lot of pressure at the minute. The results ain't going his way.
He is. He agrees. I completely agree. I was watching Monday Night Football the other day, and I listened to what Caro was saying about him. And like I say, all the previous Chelsea managers, they were all champions previously. The end of the Abramovich era, you had Ancelotti, Mourinho. They've all had, to win the league, of course. They've obviously were previous champions elsewhere. For Frank to come in and do what he did, he obviously knows Chelsea inside out. But it's a case of, the pressure's on him, and he knows the pressure's on him. He knew it when he first took the job, what it's like. So fair play to him for keep going. But it's a tough one. But again, a couple of games, who knows, a couple of wins under his belt, he could be back up there again. I mean, the fact that 9th, even 10th, anything could happen here. It's absolute madness.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the relegation battle then.
Yes, indeed.
And, for Sheffield, it's looking very, very grim, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any teams have lost, have not won after 17 games. I don't know if there is. I couldn't tell you.
Could they break Derby's record for the all-time worst Premiership team this year?
Well, yeah, wasn't it 15 points overall?
It was, yeah.
So
not looking promising, is it?
It isn't, mate, to be honest. I mean, we're on 17 games, so 19 games is the halfway point, isn't it? So 2 more games for the halfway point, and only 2 points is... They're definitely down. I'm calling that now. I know you'll be calling it. I think most people would be, even Sheffield United fans are calling it. I just can't see the way out of that. I really can't.
It's unfortunate, and no one would have predicted that after last season.
No, It's almost as if they've just switched the light off, haven't they? Really have. But yeah, but West Brom. Talking about West Brom real quick. I mean, you know, again, they've only had one win to their name, 5 draws, one being obviously against Liverpool, like last seen recently. Which again is also unfortunate because the way they played against Liverpool, I mean, my goodness, you'd think they'd be battling for 4th place or something. But I think a lot of these teams, if they knew they could play like that every week in, week out and get a result, then they should.
Of course.
You know, just to hit on that real quick, West Brom conceded 9 goals after the game against Liverpool. 2 games, 9 goals. So it's almost as if, like, well, we're going to play our hearts out against Liverpool like it's a do or die. And all of a sudden, we're not going to play that well against other teams, or we're not going to have the same respect, so therefore we're just going to drop. And I think if teams do adopt all this nature against teams like Liverpool, or even if against teams like Arsenal, West Ham, whatever, why not? Why not? Because you could have a chance of winning. So
give it a go. Big Son, of course, has just took over them.
He has, yeah.
He's never been relegated in his career. Is that about to change?
Could be. I mean, like I said, those 2 games against, you know, just after, I can't remember those 2 games are, forgive me for that, but, you know, 9 goals in 2 games is insane, really. I think you can't concede them type of goals like that. This could be a first time. He has took over the reins with a good half a season to go, so there's a chance, but we will see.
Yep. Anything else you want to pick out from that table?
Not really much. Crystal Palace, Wolves surprising me this year. I know they've lost a few players. Didn't expect them that far down. Arsenal starting to pick up a little bit now. A couple of good wins under their belt. They needed those wins. Desperately needed those wins.
Yeah.
You know, because now they're on 23 points. Now they're only 3 points off West Ham. Now we talked about West Ham in 10th on the other side of the table, not being far off. Now Arsenal are 9 points off the top. If anyone has a catastrophe couple of weeks, Arsenal will then back up in it. It's just, like I said, this whole thing. It's like there's nothing here that's concrete at all, is it? Which again, for the neutral, is wonderful to watch. So yeah,
Wolves are having a bit of a poor season, aren't they? In 13th.
Yeah, 100%. Not as bad as Sheffield United, of course, but yeah, nowhere near expected. We talked top 10, didn't we? At least.
Yeah. Well,
so,
it's losing Jota and Jimenez is injured. It's 2 big players.
Yeah, I forgot about that, of course, yeah. You know, where their main goal scorer, bless him, he's out, and, you know, hopefully he can make a recovery for next season. Yeah, that was a massive blow to them. Massive, you know. It was unfortunate what happened, you know, with that.
Yeah. And Newcastle, 15th.
Yeah.
They've been on the telly quite a bit over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
They're the most boring team. It's like every single time they're on the telly, you just know it's a snooze fest, guaranteed, no matter what. And for that reason, I hope they go down.
Yeah, they.
Sorry, Newcastle fans.
Yeah, we used to love Newcastle. Well, I don't know about yourself, but I used to love watching Newcastle when I was younger.
In the Ginola days, of course.
Yeah, David Ginola, Les Ferdinand, Fantino, but obviously not forgetting Alan Shearer, of course. Probably a little bit bittersweet for you, but you know, Newcastle were quite exciting to watch, I thought. But now, yeah, they turned up against Liverpool. I mean, I can only judge the teams I watch against, and obviously I know I watch Liverpool, and they just seem so drab. But there's just no instinct, no want. Yeah, but that's why they won't win anything. I know, as Alan Shearer's words, these are the reasons why they won't win anything, because they don't want it. They don't feel like they need to be there. So we will see how it goes.
Indeed.
Right.
Anything else on that table you want to take a look at?
Not that I can point out, mate. No. Anything for yourself?
I think that's it. Shall we move on to the top goal scorer?
Indeed. Why not? Let's have a go. There he is.
There we are. The Egyptian king.
Ah, yes. I was a bit shocked by this. I didn't think he was up there.
A lot of chat from Liverpool fans. They're not very happy with Salah this season, but you know, he's top scorer in the Premier League this season.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's always been the way with Liverpool fans. There's an expectation, always has been, and they get excited. We all get excited. I know from talking with other fans like myself, they're very excited. They put a lot of pressure, a lot. Now you think after winning a league, we could chill for a bit. But that pressure's, if anything, it's going to be constant. I think one thing I've known for over the years, and I think any Liverpool player will tell you, that if you play for a team like Liverpool, there's a constant pressure to always be the best all the time. It's because it's instilled in us ever since day one. Now, people like myself kind of whirl away a bit and think, okay, let's down to reality a bit. But yeah, Salah's getting a lot of grief. I've seen those games. He has had a lot of chances where he could have, the old Salah would have nipped him away. He hasn't always been thwarted by good goalkeeping. Let's not forget the goalkeepers have been outstanding. They've all turned into bloody Manuel Neuer against Liverpool recently. But yeah, fair play to him. I can't knock Salah myself because he's just been golden since he's been here. And you have to be selfish sometimes, as much as him and Mane have a little bit of bickering every now and again for good goals. I think you have to be selfish to be the top, and I can't knock him for that.
And Sonny still going strong in second, 12 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah, still going in the race. Scored the other day, didn't he? I know it won't count here, but he scored yesterday against Brentford, didn't he? So he's still on it. Yeah,
it was a nice goal, nice finish against Brentford yesterday.
Yeah,
as well.
I thought so. Very good. Yeah.
And then Bruno Fernandes up at number 3.
Wow.
He's struck up there, hasn't he?
He has.
What shall we call him, Bruno Penandes?
Penandes, yes. Yeah, he obviously gets a lot of penalties. Look, you're the penalty taker at your club, and Manchester United get a lot of penalties. They're not denying. I think just a brief thing, if you don't mind me saying, obviously Klopp had a little moan the other day, which I didn't appreciate him doing because I think it's showing that Ollie's getting to him or Man United's getting to him. But Klopp bitten, and he said that they got more penalties in 5 years than he did in 2.5. When they put the stats up, the facts are in 2 seasons we've got 30 penalties. 2 seasons Man United have got 32 penalties in 2 seasons, where Liverpool have got 30 in 5. So he's not lying. It's just you just don't bite, do you? But I think if you're a penalty taker, your job's to score them. Why you can't knock him? He has to score them.
Boy, does he do it well, doesn't he?
Oh God, yeah. I would hate being a goalkeeper against him, honestly.
Credit to Bruno where it's due. He's a hell of a penalty taker.
Oh yeah, a hell of a player as well. I think he really is.
He is. Yeah, he's pretty much the reason that their season was transformed.
Oh yeah, definitely him. And I love Rashford as well. I think he's a great person and a player as well. So yeah.
Then seeing out the top 10, we've got Vardy, Calvert-Lewin, Kane, Bamford, Wilson, Saha, and Rashford.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who do you think will win the Golden Boot?
Well, the way things are going, it could be Fernandes. You could have he'd be the first player ever to have more penalties goals scored than the normal goals. But you know what? To be honest with you, I think Son will definitely be up there. I think he's still got it in him. Vardy's still got it in him to have a go. Depends how he is. I think Calvert-Lewin will drop off a little bit. Kane's obviously dropped off a little bit, but he can always just have a spark. Before you know, he could bang a hat-trick up and he's back up there. So for my prediction, I think Son. I know it sounds crazy, but I think he'll be up there at the end of the season.
It was actually going to be my prediction as well. So we're on the same page.
Yeah, I think he's got so much in the bank. He really has.
Yeah. The way they play, it's just that team. Jose has set it up. It's tailor-made for Son.
Yeah, he's worked. I think he's somewhat worked it around him, hasn't he? I think Jose's took him as a player and said, "Right, let's work around him." So yeah, I think Jose's done an amazing job at Tottenham this season. I think he really has.
And speaking of that, of course, they are in the final of the League Cup, and the final thing we're going to look at is a quick match preview of who is going to play them in that final, because coming up in 15 minutes, in fact, we have the Manchester Derby.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Are you watching this one?
I am going to be watching it, so we need to bash out this preview and then settle into the old lazy boy with a beer and some popcorn.
Or if I'll take the Milner approach, a Ribena and a bit of toast. Let's have a look at the team news, Got
the teams here. Man City still without Ederson.
Yes. Has they got a few players off with COVID, I've heard? Is that correct?
They have, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still, it's a hell of a strong team, isn't it?
Oh, goodness me. Yeah, definitely. It's got Stefan, Caselio, Stones, Diaz, Zichenko, Fernandinho. Is it Gundogan? Is that how you pronounce it? Gundogan, yeah. And then De Bruyne, Mahrez, Foden, obviously still. Great team there. I think that, honestly, other than form, I think they'd be up there still. if it goes down to rates, yeah.
Well, they've won the last 3 in a row.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're sneaking up. You never know with them. They could pop up soon.
The only thing with that lineup for Man City, there's no recognised striker. Obviously, Aguero and Jesus both on the bench.
Yeah, yeah. I think with Aguero, I mean, I don't think Jesus is. I think most people would agree he's not going to fill Aguero's boots. He's not. I think Aguero's just a legend there, and he's just a natural finisher, isn't he? Whereas I've seen Gabriel Jesus work like he could do something, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if he gets on today, it'll do him confidence a world of good if he can get on and score against United.
So that's got the Man U team. We've got Henderson. Yeah. So no place for De Gea still in the League Cup. But that's been throughout the season. That's not a new thing.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof and Maguire, the back line.
Yeah.
And Shaw, of course, at left back.
Yeah.
And then Fred, McTominay, Pogba. And I guess it's going to be a 4-3-3 for Man U, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Fernandes, Rashford and Martial.
Yeah. Strong team as well. I think that is a strong team. They're not taking this lightly, I think. I think they want to beat Man City. They want to win this League Cup. Man United need a trophy right now. And I think it'll do their... I mean, I hate saying this, of course, but it'll do their club the world of confidence, especially with everyone in the league at the moment as well. And to knock off Man City, who've won the League Cup, was it three times running now?
Yeah, of course, Man City beat Man U at this stage last year.
Yeah.
And very comfortably as well, if I remember correctly. Absolutely strolled past them.
Yeah. And that's the thing you're saying, and that's what they want to do. They want to knock off Man City, because as much as they might see Liverpool as their big title rival, and they're obviously a rival of life, but Man City, those noisy neighbours, as they've called them all the time, and they've always been dominant in this competition, like I say, the last couple of seasons. Where to knock them off now, and to get a chance to face their old boss as well in Tottenham, it'd be a heck of a final, that would. Yeah.
So, what's your prediction for the game?
Ooh. Well, considering the last couple of games, last 3 stats, apparently there's been 2 wins and 1 draw, and 2 wins have been to Man United against this. So, going by current form, oh God, you're throwing a ball at me here because Man City are on a good roll and all. I think Man United will win it. They'll just win it. I think maybe 2-1. Just.
Okay.
How about yourself?
Man U are in form, and like we've said, they are eking out the results. I just think that Man City team is a stronger team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Man City to win 3-1.
Ooh, okay. Nice. Opposite end of the spectrum. Be interesting to see how it works out, yeah?
It should be a good game, though. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, and we'll let people get to that, because it comes on in about 10 minutes' time. They should be walking out in about 5. But yeah, this has been a great little catch up. To be honest with you, Nick, it's been great. I've missed the whole ordeal. It's been great to catch up with you again. And
I'm sure.
Yeah, so we'll catch you down the line, no doubt.
Hopefully next week we'll see you again. If you've enjoyed tuning in to a live broadcast, feel free to give us a like.
Yeah, man.
And that's it.